Bonjour à toutes et à tous et bienvenue dans un nouvel épisode du podcast Learn to French. Je m'appelle Eden et j'enseigne le français. Hello and welcome to another episode on the Learn to French podcast. If you are new here, my name is Eden and I teach French. In today's episode, I wanted to talk to you about the main differences between the DELF A1 and the DELF A2. But before I start, make sure to click on the link in the description of this episode for the show notes. So, once again, we are going to talk about the main differences between the DELF A1 and the DELF A2, which are two exams that you can take to assess your level in French. The DELF A1 is for beginners and the DELF A2 is for upper beginner level. Now, first of all, we will be going through the structure of each exam and the content, and most of all, what they require you to do in those tests. Now, keep in mind that there are not many differences between the A1 and the A2 DELF exams, but I think it's very important for you to know what awaits you. And let's first take a look at the structure. Both of those exams have 4 parts: reading, listening, writing, and speaking. Both are scored out of 100 points, and each subtest, is scored out of 25 points. The main difference that we can see is the duration. The DELF A1 should last about an hour and 20 minutes, whereas the DELF A2 should last about 1 hour and 40 minutes, so 20 minutes longer. Here's how each exam should be divided. So for listening comprehension, the DELF A1 has approximately 20 minutes and the DELF A2 25 minutes. For reading comprehension, 30 minutes each, so there's no difference here. For writing though, the DELF A1 has 30 minutes and the DELF A2 45 minutes, so basically 15 minutes more. The speaking test is about 1 minute more than the DELF A1. So in DELF A1, the speaking test is about 5 to 7 minutes. You also have 10 minutes of preparation. And the DELF A2 is about 6 to 8 minutes with also 10 minutes of preparation. From what we can see, there are not many differences between the DELF A1 and A2 regarding structure. Let's now take a look at the content, maybe. Now, of course, the level is different, as expected. In the DELF A2, we are expecting the candidate to have the 4 main skills slightly more developed. So by 4 main skills, I mean listening, reading, writing, and speaking. Of course, it's one level higher, so your skills must be a bit more developed here. Regarding the content of each test, there are also some changes. So the first part is listening. For the DELF A1, your listening comprehension should start with short recordings up to 3 minutes. And then after you have to answer a questionnaire regarding those documents, those recordings that you've heard. In the DELF A2, those documents can go up to 5 minutes. You also need to answer questions in a questionnaire. So the main difference is mostly the length of your recordings. Now, the reading comprehension. Here you will need to read several documents. So in the DELF A1, it's about 4 or 5 documents about everyday life situations, and you need to answer a questionnaire as well. For the DELF A2, you could have more documents to read, but the exercise is the same. You will need to answer a questionnaire. The main goal here is to check and assess your comprehension when you read something. So they want to see if you understand what you read. The writing part changes. In the DELF A1, you are asked to first fill in a basic form, and then you have to write a postcard or a letter or even a short message up to 40 or 50 words, depending on what they're asking you to write. In the DELF A2, you will need to write 2 pieces of texts. So they should be about 60 to 80 words each, once again, depending on what they're asking you to write. The first part is usually asking you to talk about an event or describe a personal experience. And the second part is asking you most of the time to write a message to thank someone, to invite someone, to ask for something, to congratulate or apologize to someone. So you have to write 2 texts between 60 to 80 words each. Regarding the speaking part, both exams have 3 parts each. For the DELF A1, you have the guided conversation first, which is about 1 minute, and then the exchange of information, about 2 minutes, and role play, about 2 minutes as well. For the DELF A2, you have the guided conversation, a followed monologue, and interactive exercise. So in the DELF A2, your guided conversation should last about 1.5 minutes, and then your followed monologue 2 minutes, and your interactive exercise 3 to 4 minutes. So let's take a look at what actually changed there. So for writing, in the DELF A1 exam, the candidate needs to fill in a simple form, which is not the case in the DELF A2. You don't have to fill any form in the DELF A2. In the DELF A2, the word count increases and the candidate needs to write 2 texts of 60 to 80 words each. This is required to assess the candidate's ability to communicate through writing. And then regarding speaking, both A1 and A2 exams have 3 parts, as we've just seen. So in the first part, the guided conversation, your examiner will be asking you to introduce yourself, and they can ask questions about your tastes and your daily life. In the DELF A2, the second part is the guided monologue. Here, the candidate needs to talk about a topic that they have chosen. The main goal is to have the candidate talk about that topic continuously, which is the definition of a monologue. The candidate can share their experience, their memories, or even opinions sometimes. If the monologue is too short, the examiner could ask some questions in the end. Regarding the interactive exercise, it's very similar to the roleplay of the DELF A1 exam. The main goal here, however, is to solve a problem that can occur in daily life situations. So the examiner here wants to assess the candidate's ability to greet a person, but also to ask questions, a request, or even negotiate sometimes. So pay attention to the topic, to the exercise, and make sure to improvise. And that's it. Today's episode was not really about the DELF A2, but mostly the differences between the DELF A1 and A2 exams, because I have many students who take the DELF A1 and then would like to go and try for the DELF A2, but they don't really know what's waiting for them and what is expected from them. From what we've seen, the content is not that different, although the level is a little higher. The key to acing your DELF exam is practice, preparation, but also being aware of what awaits you. By going there and knowing what is waiting for you should really help you not stress out about it. If you enjoyed this episode, please let me know by sharing your thoughts and your comments. If you would like more episodes regarding the DELF A1 and A2, please let me know as well. Merci beaucoup d'être resté avec moi aujourd'hui et je vous dis à bientôt pour un nouvel épisode sur Learn to French. Au revoir!